Today and every Monday, we're making sure you understand the law. But first, we do want to say this is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice, and no attorney-client relationship is formed by watching or participating in this segment. You will want to reach out to an attorney for any specific legal advice. But for now, joining us in studio is Bill Kindig from Rice and Kindig, and today we're talking all about what are your rights if you're hit while walking or biking in Louisiana. Would you say this is pretty common?
Yeah, unfortunately far too common, and
Yeah.
it gives us an opportunity to first address some issues of safety. So when you're a bicyclist or a pedestrian, you're not going to fare well in that collision with the vehicle. So it really is up to you to make yourself conspicuous. Bright clothing, more important than just bright clothing, retro reflective clothing, and those annoying lights on your bicycle. Some folks may say they're annoying, but you know what? They saw you. So
Yeah.
what happens if a vehicle hits you? If you're a pedestrian, you need to be on the sidewalk. That's what the law says. If you're a cyclist, you're entitled to be on the road, and in fact, you're considered to have every right that a motor vehicle has, and you're considered a motor vehicle, even though that motor is your pedal power. So you've got to obey the rules of the road, and those who are sharing the road with you also have to obey the rules of the road. For pedestrians, crossing at a protected crosswalk with the light is you're going to be dead right. You just still have to keep a lookout. If you're hit in the crosswalk, then obviously the motorist is going to be at fault.
Right.
Same thing when you're on a bike. If you were in your proper lane and you were following the rules of the road and you were struck by a motor vehicle, then the motor vehicle is going to be found to be in the wrong. Again, you don't want to find yourself in that situation, and so you want to be proactive.
Exactly.
Now, from the motorist standpoint, what can you do to protect yourself? You need to be alert. You need to avoid things like eating that barbecue burger in the car. It's a bad idea anyway.
Right.
You need to put your mobile devices down. You need to be hands-free, or better off, you need to be free from the distraction. Tune the radio before you leave, adjust your seatbelt, and then proceed. And that's really the best advice that we can give.
Yeah, good tips, because you know, it's kind of both. It's the motorist, and it's also the pedestrian and the bicyclist. Just because you are, you know, crossing the road, you need to make sure you're not, you know, jaywalking or crossing the inappropriate spot.
Yeah, just like when we're in a car, we need to drive defensively. When you're walking, you need to be able to see the cars that are coming toward you. If you're walking over a hill, they can't see you.
Right.
They just can't see you. And so do what you can. As a motorist, do what you can by protecting yourself from those distractions. In the event you are struck, you know, that's what we do, and we can give you some advice on how to proceed.
Right, and would you say it's important to document and maybe find a witness if possible?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can, if you can document, whether photograph, video, or a witness, that's essential.
Yeah.
Every single time, and people will say they don't want to get involved, but involve them if they saw what you went through, because you're going to need that in the event you need to prove what happened.
Right. Well, great tips as always. Thanks, Bill Kindig, for joining us. But you're about to go on a trip, so
I am, and so I'd like to throw it to Patrick to tell us about the weather in Broken Bow, Oklahoma for next week. And until then, we'll see you guys.